If you're relocating to Austin and you have been doing your research, I can almost guarantee that Steiner Ranch has come up. And to be honest, it should have, because this community is something really special. Today, I'm giving you the full rundown of what it's actually like to live in Steiner Ranch in Austin, Texas in 2026. We are covering everything: the vibe, the amenities, the schools, the real estate market, what it costs, and who this community is really the best fit for. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Megan Holley. I'm an Austin area realtor. I help families and professionals relocate to Austin all the time. Steiner Ranch is one of the communities that comes up all the time with families moving here from out of state. So this one has been a long time coming, and I'm really excited to bring it to you. Let's start with the basics. Steiner Ranch is a master planned community located in Northwest Austin. And when I say it is big, I mean it's really big. We're talking 4,600 acres. That's not a typo. That is 4,600 acres of community nestled right between the two most beautiful bodies of water in Central Texas, Lake Austin and Lake Travis. People actually call it the land between the lakes. And once you see it, you will completely understand why. The community has more than 4,000 homes spread across 45 different subdivisions. So there's a range of options in terms of price point, style, and feel. Some sections have a more established, mature tree neighborhood feel. Others have newer construction with more modern finishes. Some sections have hill country and lake views that will really take your breath away. And then there are more entry-level sections that give you access to all of those incredible community amenities at a more accessible price point. The community sits in zip code 78732, and it's about 20 to 30 minutes northwest of downtown Austin, depending on where you're coming from and what time of day it is. I will talk more about the commute in a few minutes because it is something you absolutely need to factor in. But first, let me tell you about what makes Steiner Ranch so special, because it really does start with the amenities. You guys, the amenities at Steiner Ranch are truly resort level. This is not your average neighborhood HOA with a small pool and a monthly newsletter. This is a full lifestyle community, and I want to walk you through what that looks like. First, the pools. There are 3 community centers in Steiner Ranch, each with their own pool situation. The Bellamar Community Center is the showstopper. It has a resort-style lounge pool, a junior Olympic lap pool, a splash pad, and a kiddie pool. It is the kind of pool setup that makes you feel like you're on vacation, and it's right in your neighborhood. There are also pools at the Town Square Community Center and the John Simpson Community Center. So no matter where you live in Steiner Ranch, you have full access close by. Then there are the trails, over 20 miles of hike and bike trails winding throughout the neighborhood. For families who love to be outside, and if you're moving to Austin, I'm guessing you do, this is a massive feature. You can get on the trails right from your neighborhood and go for miles. Tennis courts, basketball courts, soccer fields, playgrounds scattered throughout. The community centers have it all. They are beautifully maintained facilities, and they are what your HOA dues go towards. Speaking of which, HOA fees in Steiner Ranch typically run about $200 to $300 a quarter, depending on your section, which is honestly very reasonable for what you get. Now, here is the amenity that really sets Steiner Ranch apart from almost any other neighborhood in Austin: the Lake Club. Steiner Ranch has a private waterfront club on Lake Austin with 4.5 miles of Lake Austin frontage. Day slips for boats, a boat launch, a pavilion, barbecue grills, picnic tables, playgrounds right on the water. As a Steiner Ranch resident, this is yours to use whenever you want. You do not have to own waterfront property to have access to the lake. That is an incredible amenity, and it's a huge reason why families who love the water are drawn to this community. And then there's the University of Texas Golf Club, which is located right inside Steiner Ranch. This is an 18-hole championship golf course. It's so gorgeous with the hill country and lake views, and it's the home course for the University of Texas golf teams. Whether you're a golfer or not, just having that in your community adds to the prestige and the beauty of the whole neighborhood. Okay, let's talk schools, because for families moving here, this is often the number one priority. And Steiner Ranch delivers in a really big way. Steiner Ranch is served by Leander Independent School District, which is one of the highest rated school districts in the state of Texas. And the great thing about Steiner Ranch specifically is that most of your kids' school years, elementary and middle school, are right there in the neighborhood. You do not have to drive across town. At the elementary level, there are 3 schools inside the neighborhood. There's Steiner Ranch Elementary, River Ridge Elementary, and Laura Welch Bush Elementary. All 3 are rated 9 and above on greatschools.org. For middle school, Canyon Ridge Middle School serves the community, and it also rates very highly. And then for high school, students attend Vandergrift High School. Vandergrift has an extensive AP and dual credit program. Juniors and seniors can earn college credit through Austin Community College while they are still in high school. And the school consistently sends graduates to UT Austin, Texas A&M, and lots of universities across the country. I always remind my clients to verify school zoning for any specific address because boundaries can sometimes vary, and I like to recommend checking greatschools.org for independent ratings and up-to-date information. But overall, the school picture in Steiner Ranch is excellent, and it's a huge part of why families with kids are so drawn to this community. So what does day-to-day life actually feel like in Steiner Ranch? Because the amenities list is really impressive, but what really matters is what it feels like to live there. The word I hear most from people who live in Steiner Ranch is community. This is a neighborhood where people actually know their neighbors. There are community events throughout the year, holiday gatherings, neighborhood barbecues, fun runs, pool parties at the Bellamar Center. The Facebook groups and community boards are really active. People look out for each other here. And for families relocating from out of state who are nervous about starting over and building a social life right away, Steiner Ranch is one of those places where you tend to plug in pretty quickly because the infrastructure for connection is already there. The outdoor lifestyle is also a huge part of Steiner Ranch identity. If your family loves to be outside, hiking, biking, swimming, kayaking, paddleboarding on Lake Austin, you are going to have everything you need right here. On weekends, the trails are full of families, the pools are buzzing, and the lake club is packed with people enjoying the water. It's an active, engaged, outdoorsy community. And the dining and shopping situation is better than most people expect. Right on Quinlan Park Road inside the community, you have got grocery stores. There's Randall's grocery store right in the neighborhood, plus restaurants, coffee shops, fitness studios, doctor's offices, and so much more. You really can handle most of your everyday errands without ever leaving your neighborhood. Some local favorites for dining include Steiner Ranch Steakhouse, which is a classic Texas experience right in the community, and Hudson's on the Bend, which is one of Austin's most beloved restaurants, known for its wild game menu and the gorgeous hill country views. And if you want one of the most spectacular sunset views in all of Central Texas, the Oasis restaurant on Lake Travis is just minutes away. And I actually just celebrated a milestone birthday there last year. Okay, I want to be completely real with you about one thing because I think it's the single most important factor for whether Steiner Ranch is the right fit for your family. And that is the commute. Steiner Ranch is about 20 to 30 minutes from downtown Austin under normal conditions. The main access points are 620 to the north, 2022 to the east, and here's the honest truth. During rush hour, the 620 corridor in particular can get really congested. This is a known characteristic of the area, and longtime Steiner Ranch residents will definitely tell you about it. Now, here's what those same residents will also tell you. Most families who live in Steiner Ranch adjust their routines around it. They leave a little earlier, they come home a little later, they work from home part of the week, and they will tell you that the quality of life they have in Steiner Ranch, like the schools, the amenities, the community, and the space, is absolutely worth the commute trade-off. But if you need to be downtown or in the Domain area every single day at 8 a.m. and back by 5 p.m., that is something to really think about before you commit. Talk to people who live there, drive the commute at rush hour yourself before you make a decision. I always tell my clients, test the commute. Do not just look at Google Maps on a Sunday afternoon. You really need to drive it on, say, a Tuesday morning because that is real life. And if you are remote or hybrid, Steiner Ranch is really a dream. If commute is a major constraint, it is worth having that honest conversation about whether the Northwest Corridor is the right fit or whether a different part of Austin might really serve your lifestyle better. All right, let's talk numbers. What does it actually cost to live in Steiner Ranch in 2026? The median sold price in Steiner Ranch now is about $825,000. Homes are averaging about 46 to 63 days on the market, and recent data shows homes selling around 94 to 95% of the list price, which means there is some negotiating room, but this is not really a market where sellers are slashing prices dramatically. Now, here is something important to understand about Steiner Ranch pricing. There is a really wide range depending on which section of the community that you're in. On the more accessible end, established homes in some of the original sections of the community start in the mid 600,000s. The sweet spot that I would call the deep middle market is roughly 800,000 to 1.5 million. And then at the top end, you have custom homes with hill country or lake views that go well above 2 million. So your budget determines a lot of which section of Steiner Ranch makes sense for you. And knowing those sections really matters. The canyons and Mediterra tend to be more premium. The commons and other more established sections offer really strong value. The ridge sections can have incredible views. If you want help understanding which section fits your budget and lifestyle, that is exactly the kind of thing I love to walk buyers through. One more thing on the financial side. Property taxes in Steiner Ranch fall under the Lake Travis ISD combined tax rate of about 1.85 to 2%. And that's actually lower than Eanes ISD, which is really notable for buyers who are comparing the two areas. And as always, if this will be your primary residence, you need to file your homestead exemption, and it will really save you money every year. So based on everything we just covered, who is Steiner Ranch really the best fit for? Let me give you my answer. Steiner Ranch is an incredible fit for families with kids who want top-rated schools, resort-style amenities, an active outdoor lifestyle, and a strong sense of community, and who have a budget in the 700,000 to 1.5 million range. If that description fits you, Steiner Ranch should absolutely be on your short list. It's also a great fit for people who work remotely or have a more flexible schedule because you get all of that lifestyle without the daily commute and stress. And it's a great fit for people who love the water because that lake club access is really something you just cannot put a price on. Where it might not be the perfect fit is if you need a very short commute to downtown every single day, or if you are looking for a more urban, walkable environment with lots of street level activity. Steiner Ranch is suburban in the best way. It is spacious, it's green, it's community oriented, but it's not a city neighborhood. So there you have it, a complete picture of what it looks like to live in Steiner Ranch in Austin, Texas in 2026. One of Austin's most beloved master plan communities, and really one of the best family communities in the entire state of Texas. The schools are exceptional, the amenities are resort level, the community spirit is real, and the natural beauty of being surrounded by hill country and 2 lakes is something that just really never gets old. If Steiner Ranch sounds like it could be the right fit for your family, I would absolutely love to talk through it with you. You can schedule a call with me in the link below. I help families find the right neighborhood in Austin every single day, and I would love to help you find out if Steiner Ranch is your place. And if you found this video helpful, please drop a comment below. I want to know where you're moving from. What is your timeline for getting to Austin? And I really read every single comment and I love connecting with you. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, because I post every single week to help you move to Austin with confidence. I'll see you next time.